I am down here with the crowd, awaiting the passage of King Henry V's coffin. All of England is in mourning. Let's see if we can talk to anyone. So how are you?
Hung be the heavens with black, yield day to night. King Henry V, too famous to live long. England never lost a king of so much worth.
We are in luck. It looks like the King's Royal Court is coming. Excuse me, Duke of Gloucester, the protector of our king and realm. Do you have anything to say?
England ne'er had a king until his time. Virtue had, deserving to command. His brandished sword did blind men with his beams. His arms spread wider than a dragon's wings. His sparkling eyes, replete with wrathful fire, more dazzled and drove back his enemies than midday sun, fierce bent against their faces. What should I say? His deeds exceed all speech. He ne'er lifted up his hand, but conquered.
Duke of Somerset.
We mourn in black. Why mourn we not in blood? Henry is dead and never shall revive.
He was a king, blessed of the King of Kings.
This is Bishop of Winchester, and great uncle to our king.
Unto the French the dreadful judgment day, so dreadful will not be as was his sight. The battle the Lord of hosts he fought, and the church's prayers made him so prosperous.
The church? Where is it? Had not the churchman prayed, his thread of life had not so soon decayed.
Gloucester, whate'er we like, thou art protector, and lookest to command the prince and realm.
Name not religion, for thou lovest the flesh, and ne'er throughout the year to church thou goest, except it be to pray against thy foes.
Cease, King George, and rest your minds in peace.
My honorable lords, health to you all. Sad tidings I bring to you out of France. Of loss, of slaughter, and discomfiture. Glenine, Champagne, Reims, Orleans, Paris, Geysers, Poitiers are all quite lost.
What sayest thou, man, before dead Henry's corpse? Speak softly, but the loss of those great towns will make him burst his league and rise from death.
Is Paris lost? Is Rouen yielded up? If Henry were recalled to life again, these news would cause him once more yield to ghosts.
How were they lost? What treachery was used?
Yes, you were there. Tell us what you know. Was it treachery?
No treachery, but want of men and money. Amongst the soldiers this is muttered, that here you maintain several factions. Well, what's the field should be dispatched and fall? You're disputing of your Germans. One could have lingering wars, but with little cost. Another could fly swift, but want to wings. A third thinks without expense at all. By guileful fair words, peace may be obtained. Awake, awake, English nobility. Let not sloth dim your pores, new begot. Cropped are the flowers loose in your arms, of England's coat when half is cut away.
You are saying that the cities so hard won by Henry V are now lost because of lack of money and the disagreements here in England.
Yes, and there is more. France is revolted from the English quite, except some petty towns of no import. The Dauphin Charles is crowned King of Reims. John of Orleans is with him joined. Rainier, Duke of Anjou, doth take his part. The Duke of Alençon fleeth to his side.
The Dauphin, crowned king. But whither shall we fly from this reproach?
We will not fly, but to our enemies' throats.
My gracious lords, to add to your laments. I must inform you of a dismal fight betwixt the stout Lord Talbot and the French.
Lord Talbot, England's best?
Huzzah!
Please come with him. Give us the details.
I am getting to it. The 10th of August, last this dreadful lord, retiring from the siege of Orleans, having full 6,000 in his troop, by 3,23,000 the French was round encompassed upon, and set upon. On 3 hours the fight continued. Where valiant Talbot, above human thought, enacted wonders with his sword and lance. Hundreds he sent to hell, and none durst stand him. Here, there, and everywhere, enraged he flew. The French exclaimed the devil was in arms, and the whole army stood and gazed on him. His soldiers, spying his undaunted spirit, a Talbot, cried out amain, and rushed to the bows of the battle. Here the conquest had been fully sealed off. Sir John Fastolf had not played the coward.
Sir John Fastolf, a coward? What do you mean?
He refused to fight.
And what of Talbot, the hero of the British?
He lives, but is taken prisoner.
Henry V is dead. France is rebelling. City is vanquished.
Remember, lords, your oaths to him be sworn. Either quell the Dauphin utterly, or bring him in obedience to your will.
I'll to the tower with all the haste I can, to view the artillery and munition, and then I will proclaim young Henry king.
So there you have it, folks. England is once again at war with France. Let us celebrate. Let us prepare. Let us fight.
For each hath his function and place to attend. I am left out. For me nothing remains. But long I'll not be jack out of office. The king from out then I intend to steal, and sit at the chiefest stern of public will.
What happens when it rains cats and dogs?
I don't know. What does happen when it rains cats and dogs?
You might step in a poodle. Don't you get it? Poodle? Puddle?
But wouldn't that hurt the poodle? And that would be sad. I love my poodle. By the way, my poodle keeps chasing everyone on horse. What should I do?
Take away the horse.
It's doing English.
Prince Dauphin, your victory is so long, and now you're beaten back. What do you have to say?
Salisbury is a desperate homicide. He fighteth as one weary of his life. The other lords, like lions wanting food, do rush upon us as their hungry prey. Lean, raw-boned rascals, who would e'er suppose they had so much courage and audacity.
So what are you going to do?
Enough!
Where's the Prince Dauphin? I have news for him.
Alarcon, welcome.
Methinks your looks are sad, your true repulsed. Hath the light overthrow brought this offense? Be not dismayed, for succor is at hand. A holy maid hither with man bring, ordained is to raise this tedious siege, and drive the English forth bound to France.
Go, bring her in. But first to try her skill. Rainier, stand thou as Dauphin in my place. Question her proudly, let thy looks be stern. By this we shall sound what skill she hath.
Fair maid, is't thou wilt do these wondrous feats?
Rainier, is thou that thinkest to beguile me? Where's the Dauphin? Come from behind. I know thee well, though never seen before. Be not amazed, there is nothing hid from me. In private will I talk with thee apart, so stand back, you lords, and give us leave a while. Dauphin, I am by birth a shepherd's daughter, and lo, whilst I waited on my tender lamb, occupation, and free my country from calamity. Her aid she promised and assured success.
Only this proof I love thy valor make. In single combat thou shalt buckle with me. If thou vanquishest, thy words are true. Otherwise, I renounce all confidence.
I am prepared,
Then come, O God, my fear, noble woman.
and while I live, I may fly from a man. Surprised that thou I did. Majesty, think me not a woman.
Indeed, I see thou art more. Skilled thou art.
For a woman, my lord,
More than many a man. Where didst thou learn?
God's mother hath told me what to do. She taught me well and guided my steps.
The force is strong and not weak. Let me thy servant and not sovereign indeed. Is the French Dauphine that sueth thee?
My lord, where are you? What devise you on? Shall we give over Orleans or no?
Why no, I say, distrustful recreants. We will fight to the last gasp, and I will be your guard.
What she says, I'll confirm. We'll fight it out.
Leave off delays and let us raise the siege.
Woman, do what thou canst to save our honors. Drive them from Orleans and be immortalized.
Presently we'll try. Come, let's away about it. No prophet will I trust if she prove false.
Why does the castle wall break when the English hit it with their heads?
I don't know. Does the castle wall break when the English hit it deserted?
The smartest one gives up first.
I've got one. How many English does it take to squeeze an eyeball?
I don't know. How many English does it take to screw in the level?
I don't know. What is an eyeball?
Yeah, well, if you think that's funny, I've got one for you too. How many French soldiers does it take to defend France?
I don't know how many.
Well, I don't know, it hasn't been tried yet.
Open the gates. 'Tis Gloucester that calls.
Who is it?
Gloucester,
Can't let him in.
what am I to do? Did you see him?
We still can't let him in.
I am protector of the king. Let me in.
Nope.
I demand that you let me in.
Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Ask him if you're gonna huff and puff and blow the tower down.
Hey, are you gonna huff it?
Who is this? None shall pass.
Open my gates. Here's Gloucester that would enter.
None shall pass.
I, Duke of Gloucester, in the name of the king, demand that ye open up thy gates.
You shall not pass. Cardinal of Winchester forbids. From him I've express commanding that thou, none of thine, shall be let in.
Faint-hearted Somerset, prizest him for me, arrogant Winchester, that haughty prelate, whom Henry, our late sovereign, ne'er could brook. Thou art no friend to God or to the king. Open the gates, or we'll shut thee out shortly. Serving men, open the gates unto the Lord Protector, or we'll burst them open, if that you come not quickly.
How now, ambitious Gloucester? What means this?
Pernicious blood-sucking priest, dost thou command me be shut out?
I do, thou most usurping protector, and not protector of the king or
art thrill. Thou wilt answer me for that. You canst not hide behind thy robes.
Nay, I will not budge a foot.
I'll drive thee back. Thy scarlet robes as a child's bearing cloth I'll use to carry thee out of this place.
Do what thou darest. I beard thee to thy face.
What? Am I dared and bearded to my face? Draw, men, for all this privileged place. Blue coats to tawny coats. Priest, beware your beard, for I need to tug it and to cuff you soundly. Under my feet I stamp thy cardinal's hat.
Fine, lords, peace. I say peace. I see we're having a bit of a tiff here. Welcome, Duke of Gloucester, protector of our king and realm. You sit here. And welcome, Bishop of Winchester, great uncle to our king. You sit here. Now, today we will be discussing some intense topics. In order to enhance this time, we will be doing something called phonetic punctuation. Phil, can you please explain phonetic punctuation for us?
Phonetic punctuation is simply verbalizing punctuation. We find that when we read a book, something in the punctuation tells you what a person is feeling. But in speaking, that is lost without that punctuation. Thus a comma is heard as whoosh, a period as a question mark as and an exclamation point as meow.
Thank you, Phil. That was very helpful. So what is all this ruckus?
Here's Gloucester, a foe to citizen.
One at a time.
Peace, thou knowest little of my wrongs. Here's Buford, that regards neither God nor king, hath here distrained the tower to his use.
Here's Gloucester, that seeks to overthrow religion, because he is protector of the realm, and would have armor here out of the tower, to crown himself king and to suppress the prince.
I will not answer thee with words, but blows.
No, none of that.
Cardinal, we shall be.
Gloucester, we will. To thy cause, be sure. Thy heart blood I will have for this day's work.
So there were three men, an Italian, an Englishman, and a Frenchman. They were stranded on an island in the middle of the ocean. One day, they found a lamp on the beach. They rubbed it, and poof, a genie appeared. The genie said, "I will grant you each a wish." The Italian said, "I want to go back to my home, Italy." And he was gone. The Frenchman said, "I want to go back to my beautiful Paris." And he too disappeared in the blink of an eye. The Englishman looked around, saw that the other two were gone, and said, "I want my friends to come back to me."
Sounds like them Englishmen only thinking of themselves, but we will make them pay with Joan of Arc.
Bah! Englishmen, she couldn't do it soon enough.
Hey, speaking of Joan of Arc, how many Frenchmen does it take to storm a castle?
I don't know. How many Frenchmen does it take to storm a castle?
Only one, if it's Joan of Arc.
You got that right.
I'm here on the wall of Orleans where the battle was the fiercest. The French are hanging tight. The French are not willing to give up the fight. Ah, it's Lord Talbot. Lord Talbot, may I speak with you?
Yes, but as you can see, I am busy.
It's good to see you. Last I heard the French had you prisoner.
Aye, that they did, but I was exchanged for one of theirs.
How was your time as prisoner?
Those scurvy French, with scoffs and scorns, an open marketplace produced they me, to be a public spectacle to all. Here, they said, is the terrible French, the scarecrow that a French children so. Then I broke from the officers that led me, and with my nails to get stones out of the ground, to hurl at the beholders of my shame. My grisly countenance made others fly. None durst come near for fear of sudden death. And iron walls they deemed me not secure. To great fear, my name once it was spread, they supposed I could rid bars of steel, spurred pieces posts of iron. Wherefore guards chosen shot had I, that walked about me every minute wild, and if I did but stir out of my bed, ready they were to shoot me to the heart.
I grieve to hear what torments you endured.
But we will be revenged sufficiently. I am shot!
Speak, Salisbury! At least if thou canst speak, he is dead! Accursed tower! Accursed fatal woeful tragedy! I will revenge thee! That cursed woman! How now, thou despicable witch? I will rip thee to shreds.
Talbot, if that is who thou art, thou lump-wielded midget. Thy name is spoken of with fear and trembling, but I laugh at fear and tremble with mirth. It will be my pleasure to drink thy blood.
Thy sword will need to sting, for thou tastest of my juice.
Thy juice is as bitter as thou art, thou stumbling, flat-mouthed flothole.
Aye, bitter and better than thou art, thou merely vexing strumpet.
Strumpet! What a mercy, what a vain, swag-bellied lout!
Ah, aha, thou art an impertinent, rough-hewn flothole.
Skate bait!
Weasel. Ha!
Flothole!
Aha!
Farewell, Talbot, thy hour is not. Scorn me if thou canst, I scorn thy strength.
Maggot pie.
Not yet, I'm not!
My thoughts are whirled like a potter's wheel. I know not where I am, nor what I do. A witch, by fear, not force like Hannibal, drives back our troops and conquers as she lists. They call us for our fierceness English dogs, and now, like to whelps, we crying, run away. Hark, countrymen, renew the fight! Whoa! Retreat! Retreat!
Orleans is ours!
Joan did it. Victory belongs to her. Joan of Arc shall be France's saint. Come, let us banquet royally after this golden day of victory.
Cowards, do you think that witch?
Let them. God is our fortress, and whose conquering name? Let us resolve to scale their flinty bulwarks.
Ascend, brave Talbot, and I shall follow thee.
How now, my lords? What, all unready so?
I think this Talbot is a fiend of hell.
If not of hell, the heavens sure favor him.
This is all your fault.
Wherefore is Charles impatient with his friends?
Valicon, this is your default. That being at the captain of the watch tonight will be better to that weighty charge.
Had all your quarters been as safely kept as that wareaway of the government, you'd not been thus shamefully surprised.
Mine was secure.
Then how or by which way should they first break in?
It matters not, my lord. The breach was made and the damage done.
Ptolemy! Oh, so bold to take what they have left. Cry Talos for me for a sword, for I've loaded me with many spoils. There's no other weapon but his name.
To get to the other side.
Nope.
Then why did the chick cross the road?
Well, that was stupid.
Who's there?
The chicken.
He's pretty funny, that English bloke, isn't he?
Say at once if I maintained the truth, or else was wrangling Somerset in the error.
Judge, you, my lord, are between us.
Between two cocks that fly at the higher pitch, between two dogs that have the deeper mouth, between two girls that have the merriest eyes.
Tut, tut, here's a mannerly forbearance. The truth appears so naked on my side that any of her blind eye may find it out.
And on my side, it is so well prepared, so clear, so shiny, so ugly, that it will glimmer to a garden's eye.
Since you are so tongue-tied and loath to speak, in dumb significant proclaim your thoughts. Let him that is a true-born gentleman and stands upon the honor of his birth, he suppose I have pleaded truth, from off this briar pluck a white rose with me.
Let him that is a coward, no flatterer, but dare me to take part of the truth, of a reckless, no
I love no colors, and without all colors and base insinuating flattery, I plucked this white rose with plantagenet.
And I plucked this red rose with young Somerset, and say withal, I think he held the right.
And so at this scene, Shakespeare cunningly introduces the also important War of the Roses. You can already see the sides forming, Lancaster versus York. Although, in this scene, no one foresees the devastation that will result from the simple act of picking colored roses. In the next scene, which unfortunately we will not have time to preview today, Mortimer explains to Richard Plantagenet how he, Mortimer, Earl of March, should have been king.
I should have been king!
Mortimer is dying without a son, so the right of kingship is passed on to his nephew, Richard Plantagenet. You!
Should we have a cleanup on aisle 4?
Let me show you with these cards. Here you can see the lineage of Henry VII and Richard Plantagenet, both III's grandson, Richard II, who became king after Edward III. Of course, as we know, Richard II was overthrown by Henry IV. Henry IV was the grandson of Edward III and son of John of Gaunt, who was the third son of Edward. And of course, we can also see Henry V and Henry VI. Henry VI is the last of this line. Now let's look at Mortimer, Earl of March's claim to the throne. As you can see from this chart, his mother was the granddaughter of Edward. Her father was Lionel, the second son of Edward, so Mortimer did have a strong claim to the throne, though through his mother. As I mentioned before, with Mortimer dying without a son, he named Richard Plantagenet as his heir. Which brings us to Richard Plantagenet. Richard traces his line to Edward through his mother Anne to Edward's youngest son, Edmund of York. As you can see, Richard's wife, Cecily Neville, was the daughter of Joan Beaufort, daughter of John of Gaunt. Yes. So, Richard's children are descendants of Edward III through both their father and mother. Little does Richard Plantagenet know, or well, soon to be Duke of York, but little does Richard Plantagenet, soon to be Duke of York, know that both of his sons will indeed be king, and through his granddaughter, the Tudors will come to power. Now, if we look back to William the Conqueror, we can see where it all...
Are you finished?
Pardon?
Are you finished? We're in the middle of the sea.
What?
Sorry, no, I have some.
You don't draw swords, though.
Is it worth it then?
Yes! I want to save my life.
Okay, we will. So, are you ready? Now, Somerset, where is your argument?
Here in my scabbard, meditating that shall dye your white robes in a blood red.
Meantime, your cheeks do seem to counterfeit our roses, for pale they look with fear, as witnessing the truth on our side.
No, Clayton, it should not for fear, but anger that my cheeks blush. For pure shame you counterfeit our roses, and yet thy tongue will not confess thy error.
Now, by this maiden blossom in my hand, I scorn thee in thy fashion, peevish boy.
Turn not thy way to score, Plantagenet.
Proud fool I will, and scorn both him and thee.
I'll turn thy part thereof into thy throat.
Away, away. Brace thee, going by conversing.
Now, by God's will, thou hast wronged thee. Somerset, his grandfather is Lionel, Duke of Clarence, third son to the third Edward, King of England.
See, I told you!
Reason executed in our late king's days, and by history those days, not thou attainted from any death from 18th century. And trespass, yet be guilty in thy blood.
My father was attached, not attainted, condemned to die for treason, but no traitor. And that I'll prove on better men than Somerset. Look to it well and say that you are well warned.
Thou shalt find us ready for this thing, and know us by these guards for thy foes, for these my friends in spite of thee shall wear.
And by my soul, this pale and angry rose is cognitions of my blood-drinking hate. Will I forever in my faction wear, till it wither with me to my grave, or flourish to the height of my degree?
Go forward and be choked by thy ambition. So farewell, till I meet thee next.
Sit on my love. Proud Somerset and William told, will I come thee party and wear this robe, slumber this faction and temple darkness shall send between the red rose and the white. 1,000 souls till death and death unite.
Thanks, gentle sir. Come, let us to dinner. I dare say this quarrel will drink blood another day.
I have a complaint to make. This play is called Henry VI, and we are finishing up Act 2, and I have not seen hide nor hair of this Henry. There's been a Gloucester, Winchester, Burgundy, Richard, Joan of Arc, and even the King, I mean the Dauphin of France. But no King Henry. Is this play about Henry VI or not? If so, I demand to see this Henry. If not, change the name of the play, and I want my money back. Ah! Oh my gosh.
Did you know that Gloucester is a bit of a poet? No, I did not know that.
did we just do? Threw a book at him.
It is such an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. I'm so excited to introduce our guests. First up, we have Bishop of Winchester, Henry Buford, Braid's uncle to our king. And next up, we have Duke of Gloucester, protector of our king and realm. Gentlemen, none of that. You're here to settle differences, not to create new. Now, before we begin, I'd like to remind our audience that we will once again be using phonetic punctuation. Phil, can you please remind us what phonetic punctuation is?
Phonetic punctuation was invented by Victor Bourget, and it is simply the verbalizing of punctuation. Thus, a comma is heard as a period as a question mark as and an exclamation point as
Thank you, Phil. That was very prettily done. Okay, Duke, let's start with you.
Presumptuous priest! This place commands my patience. Or thou shouldst find thou hast dishonored me. Think not, although in writing I prefer the manner of thy vile, outrageous crimes, that therefore I have forged, or am not able verbatim to rehearse the method of my pen. No, prelate, such is thy audacious wickedness, thy lewd, pestiferous, and dissentious pranks, as very infants prattle of thy pride. Thou art a most pernicious usurer, forward by nature, enemy to peace, lascivious, wanted, more than well beseems a man of thy profession and degree. And of thy treachery, what's more manifest? In that thou layest a trap to take my life, as well at London Bridge as at the Tower.
Master, I do defy thee. Lord, vouchsafe to give me hearing of what I shall reply. If I were covetous, ambitious, or perverse, as he will have me, how am I so poor? Or hunted? I seek not to advance, or raise myself, but keep my wanted calling. And for dissension, who prefers peace more than I do? No, my good lords, it is not that offense.
uses and useth it to patronage his theft.
Under Reverend Gloucester, Rome shall remedy this.
Rome, better than.
My lord, it were your duty to forbear.
Ah, see the bishop's den. Be not overborne.
Methinks my lord should be religious and know the office that belongs to such.
Methinks my lord should be humble. It fitteth not to prelate, so to plead.
Yes, when his whole estate is touched so near.
Holy or unhallowed. What of this?
Gentlemen, let me welcome you. How about you calm down and take a seat? Now, I gather there is a disagreement between you two.
This petty, pompous, petulant priest refused my entrance into the tower.
The tower is mine. He had no right.
I have every right. I am the king's protector.
And I am his bishop.
Gentlemen, I see we are getting nowhere. Maybe our next guest will help. Please help me welcome King Henry VI, ruler of England and France.
Uncles of Gloucester and Winchester, the special watchmen of our English field. Our prevail, their prayers will prevail. For you to join your hearts in love and amity. Lead me, lords, as my tender years can tell. Civil dissension is a viperous worm that gnaws at the bowels of the commonwealth.
Down with the Tawny Goats!
What now?
Enough works. I did work. Gone to the bishop's men.
Stones! Stones!
Your men, being forbidden, are now throwing stones at each other.
We charge your allegiance to ourselves, to hold our slaughter here and keep the peace. Uncle Gloucester, won't you make it this strife, or...
Let my house leave this previous broil and set this unaccustomed plight aside. Stay! Stay! I say! And if you love me, as you say you do, let me persuade you to forbear a while.
Oh, how this discord doth afflict my soul. Can you, my lord of Winchester, behold my sights and tears and see how they not much relent? Who should be pitiful if not be you? And who should stay to prefer peace? Unless Holy Church may take delight in royals.
He shall submit, for I will never yield.
Compassion on the king commands me to stoop, else I would see his heart out, ere the priest should ever get that privilege of me.
Behold my lord of Winchester, the Duke. Thou hast losed this contempt fury, and by his smooth brow it doth appear, why you sit there so stern and tragical.
Winchester, I offer thee my hand.
My Uncle Buford, I once heard you preach that malice is a great and grievous sin. Would you maintain the thing you teach, and would you be a chief offender of the same? Or, for shame, my lord of Winchester, Roland!
Well, Duke of Gloucester, I will yield to thee. Love for thy love, and hand for hand I give.
Oh, loving uncle, the kind Duke of Winchester, how happy I am made by this contract.
Aren't you folks glad you came here tonight? No, I am so sorry about your But we do have more. Our next guest is none other than Richard Plantagenet.
Accept this scroll, most gracious sovereign, and by the will of Richard Plantagenet, we do exhibit to your majesty.
Well urged, my lord of Warwick. And if your grace mark every circumstance, you have great reason to do Richard right.
If Richard will be true, and he be alone, the whole inheritance I give to thee, that doth belong unto the house of York, by which he sprang by lineary descent.
Thy humble servant vows obedience and humble service to the point of death.
Then stoop thy knee against my foot. And in honor of thy duty done, I dub thee valiantly with the sword of York. Rise, Richard, like true Plantagenet, create a princely Duke of York.
Welcome, High Prince, the mighty Duke of York.
Perish, base prince, and no Duke of York.
Now will it best avail your majesty to cross the seas and be crowned in France. The presence of a king engenders love amongst his subjects and his loyal friends, as it disseminates his enemies.
Onward ho!
Aye, we may march in England or in France, not seeing what is likely to ensue. This late dissension, growing betwixt the peers, burns under feigned ashes of a forged love, and will at last break out into a flame. As festered members robbed by degree, till bones and flesh and sinews fall away, so will this base and envious discord breed.
So Gloucester and Winchester are walking through the woods one day.
Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good.
So while they're walking, they see a bear. So Gloucester starts running for all he's worth. So Winchester looks back and says, "What are you doing? You can't outrun a bear." And Gloucester says, "I don't need to outrun a bear. I just need to outrun you."
That's a good one. How about this one? Why can a chicken coop only have 2 doors?
I don't know. Why can't a chicken coop only have 2 doors?
Because if it had 4, it would be a chicken sedan.
It's really bad. Trust on the internet are horrible.
These are the city gates, the gates of Rowan, to which our policy must be make a breach. I will take heed and be wary how I place my words, and talk like the vulgar marketmen that come to sell their corn. If I gain entrance, as I hope I shall, and find their slothful watch but weak, I'll by a sign give notice to my friends, that Charles the Dauphin may encounter them.
What do you want?
I am but a poor market folk that have come to sell my corn. I am not who you seek. I can come in.
You are not who we seek. You can come in.
Now, Rowan, I'll shake thy bulwarks to the ground.
Tonight, we'll sleep secure in Rowan.
Here to Joan. Now she's there. How will she specify where the best and safest passage is?
By thrusting out a torch from yonder tower, which once discerned shows that our meaning is no way to that for weakness which she entered.
Now shine it like a comet of revenge, a prophet to the fall of all our foes.
king. Do you think we are fools to try that if our own be ours or no?
I speak not to that railing fiend, but unto thee, Alencon, and the rest. Will ye, like soldiers, come and fight it out?
Senor, no.
Senor, hang! Base multitudes of friends, like peasant footboys do they keep the walls, and dare not take up arms like gentlemen.
Let us get from the walls. Talbot means no goodness by his looks. God be with you, my lord. We came but to tell you that we are here.
And we be there too, ere it be long. Or reproach be Talbot's greatest fame, foul Burgundy, by the honor of thy house, pricked on by public wrongs sustained in France, either to get the town again or die.
My vow, that equal partners with thy vows.
I'm here at the siege of Rouen. Earlier today I was in the hands of the English. But as of right now, the French are in control of the city. Ah, here comes one of the English. I see the Sir John Fastolf. Whither away, Sir John Fastolf, in such haste?
Whither away? To save myself by flight. We would like to have the overthrow again.
What? We fly and leave Lord Talbot?
I'll fly from all the Talbots in the world to save my life. Yay!
Ah, there's Lord Talbot. Lord Talbot, may I speak with you?
Please, join us. It is a day of rejoicing, lost, and recovered in a day again. This is double honor, yet heavens have glory for this victory.
And Duke of Burgundy, what say you?
All thanks to the warlike immortal Talbot. His victory is ours, his royal deeds proclaimed.
Where is Joan of Arc now?
I know not. She is gone, having fled with all the rest.
And what now is your plan?
Now, we will take some order in this town, there placing some expert officers, and then depart to Paris, to the king, for there, young Henry with his nobles lie.
The Lord Talbot clean his birthday.
Yeah.
Dismay not, princes, at this accident, nor that Rowan is so recovered. Care is no cure, but rather corrosive, for things that cannot be remedied. We'll let frantic Talbot triumph for a while, and like a peacock spread his wings, and soon will come along and pluck his plumes and take away his tail, and then we'll take
Sir John Billy Whip for secret policies, and I will make me famous to the world.
Then thus it must be, this doth Joan advise, by fair persuasions mixed with sugared words. Soon we'll come along and rip all this away from Talbot.
We have been guided by thee hitherto, and of thy coming had no difference.
Sir John Billy Whip for secret policies, and I'll make me famous to the world.
And then it this must be, this doth Joan advise. By fair persuasions mixed with sugared words, we will entice the Duke of Burgundy to leave the Talbot and follow us.
Aye, fair sweeting, if we could do that, France were no place for Henry's warriors.
Forever should they be expelled from France and never have a title of earldom here.
Just you watch and see. We'll get that Burgundy to come and follow us, and the English have already taken Talbot to France. Here is the Burgundy.
A parley with the Duke of Burgundy,
Who craves a parley with the Burgundy?
the princely Charles of France, thy countryman. Speak, Joan, quick before he is away.
Brave Duke of Burgundy, undoubted hope of France, stay, let thy humble handmaid speak to thee.
Speak on, but be not the proceedings.
Look on thy fertile France, and see the cities and towns defaced by the wasting ruin of the cruel foe. Oh, turn thine edge sword the other way, strike those that hurt, and hurt not those that help. One drop of blood drawn from thy country's bosom should grieve thee more than streams of foreign gore. Oh, come, come, return.
She hath bewitched me with her words.
And hear this also. When England comes back to this land, will they not forget and turn you out? Come, come, return, thou wondering lord. Charles and the rest will take thee in their arms.
I am vanquished. Her haughty words have pierced me like a warning cannon shot, and made me almost feel the palm and knee. Forgive me, country and sweet countrymen, for my power among men are yours. So farewell, Talbot. I shall no longer trust thee.
Welcome, brave Duke. Thy friendship makes us fresh.
Huzzah!